Hi everyone, welcome back to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Jiggling.
And we're on day 2 of this month's story article, and the story is called Wonder. Now, yesterday we found out that Augie Pullman has a rare facial deformity. It makes him look very, very different.
And his mom taught him at home until he was 10 to protect him from bullies.
Now, however, he's going to a fancy school, Beecher Prep.But
students and teachers react to his appearance.
Some students are really mean. One kid, Julian, says he has the plague and people can catch it from Augie unless they wash their hands.
But others, like Jack and Summer, seem like that they will support him.
Now, seem is the key word here because we found out at the end of yesterday's article that Augie hears Jack saying mean things about him with Julian behind his back. And that makes Augie feel really alone at Beecher Prep. Are things going to get better for him today? Let's read through day 2 and find out.
Reading.
Wonder. Summer tells Jack that he has hurt Augie's feelings, and Jack feels ashamed. The next time Julian says something bad about Augie, Jack punches him in the mouth. Though Jack is put in detention for this, Augie trusts him again. Months pass, and it's traditional for classes in Beecher Prep to go on a trip to a nature camp. Augie doesn't want to at first, but then he changes his mind because Julian must stay behind. Augie has a great few days at the camp. However, on the last night, some older kids attack him and Jack. To their surprise, Julian's friends saved them. Augie realizes that the other students are scared of Julian, and they don't actually hate him. When the class returns from the trip, there is big news. Julian is leaving Beecher Prep. Even better, the school will award Augie a medal for his personal growth throughout the year. Though the school year was difficult, Augie has become a stronger, more confident person.
So day 2 starts by saying that Summer, that's one of Augie's other friends, Summer tells Jack that he has hurt Augie's feelings, and Jack feels ashamed.
所以 Summer 知道这件事情了，他就跟 Jack 说，你伤害了 Augie 的感情。结果 Jack 他感到非常的惭愧。那这边有一个 hurt someone's feelings， 就是去伤害某人的感受的感觉哦。那么 ashamed 这个字就是有羞耻、羞愧的意思。所以其实通常我们看到一个人做了很过分的事情，我们很爱跟他说 You should be ashamed of yourself.So
Jack knows he's done something wrong here. He knows that what he did was the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So what is Jack going to do about it? We see in the article, the next time Julian says something bad about Augie, Jack punches him in the mouth.
Good job.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument that says, don't hit bullies. It'll only make things worse.
Yeah.
And there's another argument that says maybe that'll make them stop. They deserve that. But the punch, what is a punch? It can be a noun and a verb. As a verb, it means to hit somebody with a closed fist. And you only do it in order to hurt somebody. A punch is a violent action. It's not just a fun thing. Although I have seen that it is the most popular hobby amongst junior high school boys in Taiwan, which is to punch each other in the shoulder as hard as they can. I'm sure we did the same thing when we were that
Really?
age. Yeah.
Okay.
So you might say Alan got in trouble at school for punching another boy.OK,
所以呢，这个 Jack 他现在是非常羞愧的嘛，所以之后 Julian 又说了 Augie 坏话的时候 ，Jack 就一拳打在他的嘴上，所以他是打在嘴上哦，你也可以打在脸上，他打在脸上就是 punch someone in the face 也可以。
Now, of course, if you do this at school, even if you're kind of standing up for a friend or hitting a bully, the teachers have to punish you. It's just the school rules. And we see, though Jack is put in detention for this, Augie trusts him again. So there's a good outcome. Jack does get punished, but because he stood up for Augie, Augie kind of thinks, okay, he realizes he's made a mistake and now he's supporting me, so I'll trust him.Yeah,
所以 Jack 因此就被学校嘛留校了，因为他打人了。但是 Augie 因为这样子又再次信任的 Jack， 觉得哇，你有替我出气耶。那么 detention 就是课后留校，所以我们也可以讲 The teacher kept the boys in detention after school。放学之后，老师就让男孩们留校。
Do you ever get put in detention?
I think once.I'm
sure it happened to me once or twice.
Yeah.
Probably for just doing something like sitting in the classroom and laughing and giggling with my friends and not paying attention.
I think I forgot to do my homework. So they just kept me in detention to finish it.
Stay there and finish it.
Yeah,
that may have happened. But for me, I'm sure that most of the times I got in trouble, it was for probably like just laughing and being silly with friends. So that kind of incident is finished and some time is going to pass here. We see in the article now that months pass.And it's traditional for classes in Beecher Prep to go on a trip to a nature camp. Okay, so this is something that happens like probably every year in Beecher Prep. Okay, it's spring again, the weather's getting good, so everybody is going on a trip to a nature camp. Everyone in this class or everyone in grade 7, off you go. And my schools did the same thing. I remember.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I think when I was in like grade 6 at school, there was a tradition of we go to this farm and we stay on a farm for a week and learn a bit about animals and stuff like that.
That's so fun.
And in grade 9, the French and German students would go on maybe a week's trip to France or Germany and stay with the family. And you'd see it every year. So that makes it a tradition.
I don't think we have that in Taiwan, do we?
You probably have other traditions.
Yeah.
But a tradition is something that has been done for a long time. It often has its own special actions or other things around it. We have a lot of traditions around special days. Think of all the traditions around Chinese New Year, like cleaning the house, seeing family, not eating all the fish.
Receiving red envelopes.
All of that sort of stuff. Here's another example. It's traditional for people to give each other cards and gifts during Christmas.
所以几个月过去了 Beecher Prep 班级的传统就是去自然营地旅行。这个 traditional 指的就是常常发生的事情哦。那么所以台湾的菜市场啊或传统市场我们也可以讲 traditional market， 它有传统的意思嘛。那么名词就是 tradition， 所以我们也可以讲 fireworks have long been an American tradition on the 4th of July.So
we see that Augie doesn't want to at first, meaning he doesn't want to go. Maybe he doesn't want to be away from his family, that kind of thing. But then he changes his mind because Julian must stay behind. So, Julian's not going? Okay, I'm in. I will go. But that means he's changed his mind, which is to make the opposite or to make a different decision after thinking about it for, a little while. You go, okay, no, I don't want to.Oh, no, I've changed my mind, I'll go. Or like, I want this for my birthday. No, I've changed my mind. Get me this instead, please. That sort of thing. He also does that because Julian is staying behind. If you stay behind, then you don't go somewhere when everyone else does. You are left someplace when other people leave.
所以 Augie 其实原来不是很想要去这个班级旅行，不过后来他改变主意了。英文的改变主意就是 change someone's mind。那因为 Julie 没有要去嘛，所以这个 make up one's mind 就会变成是他的一个反义词哦。如果你是 make up one's mind， 那就是下定主意。所以比如说 Have you made up your mind about what to wear?So
we next see in the article, Augie has a great few days at the camp. Now that sentence contains today's language in focus, so let's take a moment to learn about it.
好，我们今天的 language in focus 要讲的是 few 跟 a few。那么通常带有肯定语气的就是 a few 跟 a little。那么 a few 后面我们是加可数 ，a little 后面是加不可数。那么否定语气的时候，就是把 a 拿掉，就是剩下 few and little， 代表很少，几乎没有。 a few 跟 few 都可以去修饰复数的嘛，我们刚刚有讲，不过意思不一样。A few 就有点像 some 的感觉 few 就是代表很少，比如说 leave the vegetables to simmer for a few minutes 代表就是把这些蔬菜呢再让它炖几分钟。那么如果呢你要在 a few 在后面加形容词修饰一个名词的时候，我们要把形容词放在 few 之前，就像我们刚刚看到的句子Augie has a great few days at the camp。那么如果你要修饰不可数名词呢，我们就是要用 a little 这一个字或者是 little。那反正就刚刚我们讲 a little 是肯定 little 是否定，所以比如说 I'd like a little time to stretch before the performance 表演前我是需要一点时间伸展一下，又或者是呢 I normally have little patience for shilly-shallying people 就是我对扭扭捏捏的人通常是没有什么耐心的。那这个 little 这边就是否定嘛，就是一点点的耐心，代表你一点耐心都没有。那么如果表示数量非常少，我们就可以加上程度副词 very 来修饰，比如说 very few people can pronounce his name correctly。
So let's get back to the article. Augie's been having a great time, but then we see, however, on the last night, some older kids attack him and Jack. Oh no.
哇，怎么会这样？所以一些比他们年纪更年长的孩子们呢，居然袭击了他跟杰克。
So it seems like every grade at this school has a few bad kids in it, and these are from the older grades, and they think, oh, there's this kid with a weird face, let's get him. But to their surprise, meaning Jack and Augie's surprise, Julian's friends save them.
令他们惊讶的是 Julian 的朋友居然救了 Jack 他们呢。那我们看到 to one's surprise 这个字就是他们很惊讶，就 surprisingly 的感觉。那我们也可以讲 to one's amazement 代表说哇呀好惊喜这种感觉。
Yeah, so this is Julian's friends, the people who'd made fun of Augie before. Suddenly they're kind of saying, hey, leave this kid alone. Like, what's going on here? And we see that Augie realizes that the other students are scared of Julian. And they don't actually hate him. They don't hate Augie. They just kind of everything these kids were doing was just because they didn't want Julian to get them. Similar to what Jack did at the end of day one. And this is something Augie now realizes. To realize something is to understand something that wasn't clear before, or to learn a fact that you didn't know before. You might say, for example, I didn't realize that today was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. 所以呢realize 就是去意识到，那名词就是 realization。所以我们可以讲 There is a growing realization that we must manage the Earth's resources more carefully. 所以 Augie 意识到说，其他学生会一起欺负他，只是因为害怕 Julian， 这实际上是不讨厌他。I don't think kids make any sense, because you should stand up to these people.
It's scary to stand up to people. Because then
okay.
you have to kind of stand out from the crowd, and that's that thing that kids find difficult,
yeah.
to do things that the other kids might kind of make fun of you for doing. You just want to be quiet and get on with things and not be that one kid.
Yeah, you don't want to get involved.
So that's a kind of happy result to that incident as well. And then we see when the class returns from the trip, there is big news.
当班级旅行回来的时候有一个大消息呢 What is the big news?
The article says Julian is leaving Beecher Prep. So either he's like graduating and going away, or more likely he's just transferring to another school because he's caused a bit too much trouble.
And keep bullying others.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't do that anymore. 所以 Julian 要离开学校了，太好了，赶快走吧。
The article then says, even better, the school will award Augie a medal for his personal growth throughout the year.
Oh.
So Augie is awarded a medal. To award something to someone, this is a verb, is to give somebody a prize or something special, a certificate, whatever it is, to recognize what they've achieved, how much they've improved, or the fact that they've won a race, a competition, something like that. An award can also be a noun, that is the thing that is given, but here we're using it as a verb as the action of giving that person the thing. For example, we could say, the winner of the singing show was awarded a cash prize.
所以更好的是呢，学校要授予这个 Augie 一枚奖章哦，去表彰他全年的个人成长。那我们文章中这个 award 它是当动词哦，不过呢，它也可以当名词本身。比如说 He received an award for bravery from the police service. 他因为勇敢获得了警察部门的奖励。
And an award could often take the form of a medal, because a medal is a physical reward. It's often a piece of metal. Traditionally, they're like circular, like a disc or a thick kind of circle of metal, and it shows that somebody has, again, won something, done well. Now, often when we think of medals, we think of the ones that people get in the Olympic Games or other sporting competitions, gold for the winners, silver for the second place, and bronze for coming in third. You might say, for example, Judy won a medal for coming second in the swimming race.
所以呢，我们平常讲的什么金银铜牌啊，就是这个字啦。所以金牌就是 gold medal， 银牌就是 silver， 那铜牌就是 bronze medal。所以这个字其实蛮好记的。
Yeah, so they're giving Augie a little gift, a little piece of metal that says, you've really improved. You've grown a lot in the course of your first year. He's probably become a lot less shy. He's taking part in classes, all of that sort of stuff. So we wrap up this story by saying, though the school year was difficult, Augie has become a stronger, more confident person. If you're confident, then you have belief in yourself and your abilities. You think, yeah, I can do that thing. You think, hey, I'm quite good at stuff. I have skills. I have talents. I'm able to do this. I can get this job. I can do it. You don't think, oh no, I'm rubbish. I'm useless. I'll never succeed at anything.
好负面哦。
Yeah. So, for example, we might say about someone, Luke isn't a confident person. He never thinks he will succeed at anything.
And that isn't actually right. We have to always think that we can do something, so we can do it. So confidence 是自信，所以我们有时候会说 I have faith in you， 代表我相信你。我们也可以讲 I have confidence in you， 或者是 winning the competition really boosted her confidence。所以尽管这个学年很艰难，但 Augie 已经变得非常的坚强，更自信了。
So we've reached the end of the story. On tomorrow's day of the article, we're going to be looking into some of the themes, some of the things that this story is about. But before we do that, we're going to go to today's For You Chat question.
For You Chat.
So our chat question is, how do you think hard times can help people grow? And why do some people change in different ways than others?
I think I can totally relate because I was bullied so badly when I was a child. So, well, I think it kind of pushes you to work harder because you want to be better than them. And yeah.
I think in some people it will, but I think in some others it may make them more introverted and kind of really affect them. So yes, hard times can help people grow, but hard times can also stop people from growing. It all depends on circumstance. It depends on the individual. It depends on what others support or what other things they've got going on in their life that could give them confidence. So it's not just like, oh yeah, you need hard times to grow. It doesn't always work like that.
That's so true.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I think supportive parents are very important because if you have parents right next to you to help you, I think that means you're very lucky because they can help you get out of the darkness.
Yeah.
But, well, because everybody has different situations.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's no real rule or formula for it. It all just seems to be on circumstances. You hear of people who had hard times and they kind of like, they use those hard times as like motivation, or they deal with the hard times and then they've got that as like, I did it before, I can do it again. I've learned some skills, I've learned about myself. But in other people, they'll think, well, I failed at that, so now I'm going to fail at everything. So it doesn't always work, unfortunately. And why do people change in different ways than others? Circumstances, personality, luck, whatever you want to call it.
But always believe that you can do what you want.
Yes.
I'm like so positive.
That's a good thing.
But keep thinking that and just believe you can. You're halfway there.
That's certainly true. Okay, that's all we have time for today, but join us again tomorrow for a bit more of a closer look at some of the ideas of this story. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Punch. Emily got so angry that she punched the wall and hurt her hand. Traditional. It is traditional for people in some countries to celebrate Easter by giving chocolate eggs to others. Realize. When Kyle arrived at school, he realized that he had left his homework at home. Award. George was awarded $500 NT for getting the highest mark in the class on his history test. Medal. Stephen won a gold medal for getting first place in the race. Confident. Diana felt confident about her singing ability, so she was comfortable singing in front of her whole class.
智慧小补帖
Ashamed. Detention.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net